time machine and wait.
That's not a question!
Questions! I need answers!
Alright, this next question is from Insert Name. What do you think about the recent trend in gaming with devs and publishers hyping games up to the moon, promising all this content, features, opinions, etc., etc. Then when the game finally comes out, it's missing all the promise and talked about features. The games feel unfinished, shallow, with the gamer feeling nothing but disappointment. Case in point being Destiny and Bungie/Activision. I don't think this is that recent of a trend. I think this happens a lot. It's happened a lot in the past too. But nowadays with the internet and everything, I think it's just this disconnect between the developers of the game and the people marketing the game. The people marketing the game are going to promise everything to try and get you excited for that game. And the developers will try to meet that, but they've got deadlines. So, you know what, it's not really anybody's fault, I guess. The marketers are doing their job. The developers, I don't think it's the developers that are promising this stuff. I think it's really marketers and publishers that are trying to get you to buy the game because they want sales. That's all they care about. They don't really care about what the end product is. Developers, I think, do care, but they're stuck. If a developer makes a promise that doesn't come to fruition, it might be because they just didn't have enough time to put it in there because they're stuck by the publishers to meet a certain deadline. Now with Destiny, here's the thing. Here's my problem. This is where I'm stuck at with this, is that I've learned to ignore all that. So Destiny, I didn't even know what the game was. I've heard of it here and there, but I never cared about it so much just to say, hey, what's this Destiny game? Let me look all up at this Destiny game. Mainly because I have all these games that I still have to play, so why would I be looking forward to other games? But when I didn't even know what type of game it was. Now I know it's a first-person shooter, I guess, kind of like Halo. I guess it's got some kind of upgrading system. But when I heard that people were getting disappointed by the game, I started looking into what the game was like, and I'm like, oh, it looks like a good game to me. I don't know what all the disappointment's about. I don't know. I have no idea what was promised with the game, and probably just because I've learned to ignore all that. So you just have to ignore all the hype, I think. It's really up to people to not buy the game expecting it to be what it is. Instead, I don't know what it is with the mentality where you have to buy a game day one. You don't. You can wait a couple days, or you may even wait till they drop in price, and that's what I do for a lot of games these days. I wait for it. I still haven't bought Trials Fusion because I still don't want to pay $40 for it. I'm waiting for a price drop before I buy that game. Also, I always try and wait for the game to come out, and then regular YouTube users, I'll watch reviews of people who are just not reviewers and see their opinions of the game before I decide to get a game these days, unless it's something that I know I want. Like Bayonetta 2. I really didn't know if I want to get Bayonetta 2, but everybody loves Bayonetta 2. I'm definitely going to get Bayonetta 2 now. I'm just waiting for the right moment to buy it. Because who knows? I mean, Bayonetta 2 is kind of one of those games that was getting hyped up, I think. And I kind of just wanted to wait and see, like, if people were really liking the game after it comes out. I think that's what you have to do. I don't think it's really wise for everybody to, like Call of Duty, for example. I guess that's a game that really doesn't need hype. I don't know. It gets hyped up anyway, but everybody goes out and buys it that really likes the series. Day one, no questions asked, and I think that's just the wrong thing to go about it. So, really, if the gamer feels disappointment from this game, from the games, I think it's just on them not waiting and seeing what the final result is before buying it, and just believing the hype. You don't believe the hype. Don't believe anything until after the game is released. So that's really my thoughts on it. There really hasn't been any much disappointment for me because I always, when a game comes out, I wait for a game to come out. I really don't follow the hype, I guess, anymore. Maybe it's just because I'm older. and I don't not interested in hearing about that kind of stuff, I guess. And then when a game comes out, like I'll kind of follow it, like Bayonetta 2. I knew the game was coming out. The game comes out, and everybody loves it. So I was like, oh, you know what? That's pretty good. I'm gonna probably get that game now.
Play the time machine.
Same thing, Grand Theft Auto 5 for the PS4. I've been waiting for that game for a while. I still haven't bought it, but actually, I don't know when I'm going to be publishing this video. I'm filming these way in advance. I might have it by the time I publish this, but as of now, the game has been out for about a week, and I haven't bought it yet. But people are loving it. They like the first-person mode, and I was going to get it anyway on the PS4 instead of the PS3, just because I knew it was going to come out on the PS4 one day, and I knew it would be, even if it is a slight upgrade, an upgrade. And if it's the same price as the version on the PS3, why would I get the PS3 version? Anyway, I guess you get my point from this. It's the hype. Don't buy the hype. If you're buying the hype, you're gonna be disappointed. I mean, actually, before I finish, let's talk about the biggest one of this. Let's talk about Duke Nukem Forever. The game was being made in development for 14 years. And you almost heard nonstop hype about the game. It's going to have this, it's going to be that, it's going to do that, it's going to be this. And I knew by the time that Gearbox was working on it, there's no way this game is going to be any good. I guess the game could be good, but it's not going to live up to the hype of being developed for 14 years. I actually like the game a bit. I don't think it's as crappy as a lot of people say it is. But I think, again, a lot of people say the game is really crappy because the game had been hyped up for 14 years. So there's no way any game can live up to 14 years of hype. The game was released, I bought it for PC because I like my first-person shooters on PC. And I played it, and I liked it. A lot of people just were disappointed because it wasn't what they were expecting, I guess. So yeah, I think the more a game gets hyped up, the more let down people are, actually. But then again, they want that hype. The developers and publishers and everybody else wants that hype because they know that hype is going to bring in the sales. And what comes after that, they don't care. They just want the money. But yeah, let's leave it at that. If you guys have a question, be sure to click on the link I have in the description and ask your question through the form on there. Thanks everyone for watching. See you all next time. Bye.